Hey everybody, so hopefully you can hear me okay. I was trying to think of what to post, and my guides talked about a couple things that just didn't feel that we were ready for, and then a friend reached out and said how they had been learning to say no, how they had been learning to set boundaries and learning to tell beings no, like that you can't be part of their field type of thing, and how easy it was. How easy it is when you learn to say no, to have that confidence, to use the right of your sovereignty to push energy away, that it's actually really easy. And that was one of the comments they had made, and I was like, oh, that's the reel, that's the post today. I have that build your spiritual force on YouTube. It has all kinds of techniques about how to, build confidence in your spiritual protections and your team and all of that. But really, those are just tools. Those are tools to build your confidence, tools to help you become aware of the fact that you have the strength and the energy to protect yourself just by being, just by simply living and having a firm boundary, having a firm sense of no, having a firm sense of, if something comes to you, being able to tell it to go away, having that strength. And it's really easy once you start doing it. It's just confidence. That's it. Those techniques we teach in the spiritual community, you actually don't need any of them. You need them to build the confidence. You use them to build energy around you, to build your energetic field, to strengthen it, to set the terms of the agreements, essentially, is what my guys are saying. Like when something comes up to you, it's like, hey, here's the sign, here's the rules. I'm sitting on a beach right now. As soon as you enter the beach, before you even get to the beach, there's a big post that everyone, and it has all the rules for when you enter the beach before you can even go on. It's right there, right in your face. And that's what we're doing. We're building energy grids that set the rules, that set the terms of how can you access my energy. And that's simply by building the confidence, by practicing the techniques, those tools, bubbles of light, calling on archangels, working with your divine team, simple things like getting sunlight, cleaning out your diet, using color, all kinds of different stuff that you can do to build your energy field, to build your protection, because the stronger it is, the stronger that boundary is. So you might start off having no strength, and that would be like coming to a beach area that has no sign, no gate, no parking lot, nothing, and you can just walk out onto it. Anything can come. And then as you build strength, a fence gets a boardwalk gets posted up so that people can use the boardwalk. A fence gets created. The more you build your strength, a sign with the rules and regulations goes up. The more you build your strength, you put in a paid meter that with a gate so nobody can access it without paying a fee. The more you build your strength, that beach, that spiritual beach that you have, becomes completely blocked off to the rest of the world. And there's fencing, and there's walls, and there's permanence to the protection there, so that anything that wants to get to that beach has to pull up, has to knock. It has to say, hey, can I come in? And then you have the right to turn around and say, no, you can't, or yes, you can. It's up to you. But building that confidence is one of the most important things, knowing that you have the right to say no, knowing that you have the right to set boundaries. And that just doesn't go with the spiritual world. That goes for everything. That goes for people. That goes for your boundaries at work, your boundaries with your family, boundaries with friends. Learn to say no. Learn to start protecting your energy. And when you learn to do that, you'll realize you're far stronger when you're doing that. It may feel uncomfortable at first. It may not be the most, the easiest thing in the world to say, because we're programmed not to say no. We're programmed that if somebody tells us to do something, we say yes and do it no matter what, because we don't want them to be upset. It's actually the wrong way to do things. The way you want to do things is somebody asks you to do something and you ask, well, is that in my highest good, my highest alignment? Do I really want to? And the real question I ask people, I ask clients this all the time. They get on the phone with me and they go, I'm trying to make a decision and I have this path and I have this path, and I know this path will do this, and I know this path will do this. And I sit there and I go, okay, well, the path that you're kind of looking to, the safe path, let me ask you this, is it a full body yes? Ask yourself that question. Anytime somebody asks you to do something, anytime somebody is trying to convince you to do something, ask yourself, is it a full body yes? Because if it is not a full body yes, then there is something there that is either not in your highest good, that you simply just don't want to do it, or there's something there that's going to create energy of like difficulty, conflict, those sorts of things. Anything you do that is not a full body yes typically doesn't work out the best in your favor. The things that you do that are a full body yes, that you're excited about, those are the things that are going to work out the best. So when it comes to saying no, and it comes to things that people are asking you to do, or even spiritual beings, you can ask that question, is it a full body yes? Is there anything in my body, anything energetically that's telling me maybe this isn't a good idea? And then recognize it and ask why. Feel it out. Be like, okay, well, it's not a full body yes. Why is it not a full body yes? A good example is people who are switching careers. I get a lot of questions about careers, and they're leaving a career, but then they have an opportunity to stay in that career for more money, for, better benefits, whatever it is. And I just ask them, I'm like, is it a full body yes? And they go, absolutely not. I go, okay, why? Well, then why are you doing it? If it's not a full body yes, and you know that you don't want that, then why are you going to say yes to it? And that's with anything. It could be with a restaurant. If you want to go to a restaurant with friends and family, and they go, hey, we're going to a steakhouse, and you want to eat healthy. Steakhouses aren't healthy for us. For those of us who eat like, raw food, vegan food, plant-based food, those aren't the best places. And so even their like potatoes and stuff, butter and all these things. So they say, yeah, we're going here. A lot of people will just say, oh yes, I'm going to go. Well, do you really want to go to that? Is that in your alignment? Are you excited about it? Are you going to be able to have fun and enjoy yourself? That's the question. Typically, it's going to be not a full body yes. It's going to be a no. So that's where you tell your friends, your family, whoever it is, no, I don't want to go. I'm going to go do something else. If they get upset, here's the important thing to understand about boundaries and saying no and having sovereignty and all this. Anytime somebody gets upset at you, it is not your problem. Anytime somebody is upset at you, listen to that again. Anytime somebody is upset at you, it is not your problem. It is it is your responsibility for how you respond to a person. If you are responding with love, if you are working with love, acting with love, it's not your problem how they react. How they react, how they take it is on them. It's their unhealed self. It's their worries, their insecurities, those sorts of things. So when you say no, you are going to piss people off, especially people you have never told no. You're going to make things mad. And that doesn't go for just people, that goes for the spiritual world. If you have things around you you've never said no to that are lower in consciousness, lower vibrational, not necessarily the best intent, they're going to get mad that you're saying no. But keep saying no. Affirm it, because when you start saying no, you have clear boundaries. That's where the magic happens, because you have your full strength. You're not having energy leaks all over the place. You're not like one friend's taking energy over here, another friend's over here. I used to go to friends all the time, and there was a point where I knew I needed to stop going, because every time I left drained of my energy, and I left angry and upset. And that happened for years, but I still kept going. And finally I started going, you know what? No, I'm not doing that anymore. That's unaligned. I'm just done. It was one of the best things I did, because I was able to spend that energy doing things that were far better for myself. So the point is, learn to say no. Don't be afraid to say no. Be confident. and you will be perfectly fine on this journey. I love you all.